Sometimes I sit back and just kind of wish we could have a normal president. It was noticed that Donald Trump took no notes during his bizarre meeting with Kim Jong-un in Singapore. And when he was asked about it, his explanation was he doesn't need notes because he has one of the great memories of all time. If you want to talk about delusions of grandeur and narcissism, it is this video clip of Donald Trump. Take a look.
We had a great conversation. It was a very heartfelt conversation. Well, I don't have to verify because I have one of the great memories of all time. So I don't have to. Okay?
You might remember that Donald Trump also said last week that he didn't really have to do much preparation for the summit. And I guess that ended up being true since I predicted 2 months ago that North Korea would agree to the same stuff they always agree to and that they haven't actually done. But what I want to focus on is Trump's claim that he has one of the great memories of all time. Trump's memory is terrible, right? Trump supposedly couldn't remember anything about his entire affair and payoff with Stormy Daniels. He couldn't remember having repaid his lawyer, Michael Cohen, $130,000 in hush money. And just yesterday, he literally couldn't remember the name of the new Italian prime minister that he met just days ago. I mean, he couldn't remember the guy's name. Take a look.
I have a very good relationship with Prime Minister Abiy. I have a great relationship with the new man who I like a lot, as you know, from Italy. He just won, and, you know, we had very good, and frankly, really good with Merkel, really good pretty much with all of them.
One of the great memories of our time doesn't remember the name of that guy, the world leader from Italy that he met 3 days ago. Here's Trump forgetting that he had mentioned John Cornyn 15 seconds earlier and mentions him again and says, oh, I didn't mention the guy. This is from February.
A big win we had, Mitch. Senate Majority Whip John Cornyn. John, thank you. Great job. House Majority Whip Steve Scalise. Again, Steve, thank you.
So he mentions Cornyn.
House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy. Kevin. Chair John Thune and House Conference Chair Kathy McMorris Rogers. Did they forget your name, John? I don't know. What's going on here? John Cornyn, everybody knows. They didn't put his name up, but that's okay. That's the first time that's ever happened. Hey, John, that'll never happen again.
In 15 seconds, forgetting that he just mentioned John Cornyn. And then here's a personal favorite of mine, Donald Trump, who I guess forgot what Rudy Giuliani's face looks like, wonders where Rudy Giuliani is when he's sitting right in front of him.
With that, I want to introduce Rudy Giuliani, and he's going to be working with Jared Kushner and with Tom Bossert, who are also here. And Rudy's very much of an expert on cybersecurity. It's been a very important thing to him and to what he does. And maybe I'll ask Rudy to say a few words.
Well, thank you very, very much, Mr. President. First of all, congratulations on what is in fact a historic start of an administration.
Right in front of him. Come on, guys. If Trump's memory is so incredible, why did Rudy Giuliani actually say it's not a good idea for him to speak to Robert Mueller because memory is malleable and the truth is relative? If Trump's memory is really so great, sit him down with Robert Mueller and let's get this thing over with once and for all. Trump's like the kid who badgered others for studying for a test in school or for putting on their seatbelt. It's almost like a point of pride that he doesn't take notes. 100% intelligent, lucid, brilliant people take notes. James Comey, for example, comes to mind, whose notes are of particular interest. And this is just another one of these attempts to appeal to the lowest common denominator of intelligence. It's sort of like a faux superhuman thing going on, and it actually does influence some of Trump's followers who just eat this stuff up. Hey, man, did you see Trump? He didn't even need to take notes for that summit. It is absolute and utter nonsense.